Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope you all are doing well. In this video, I would be discussing about one of the most important topics and my personal favorite, which is investing. Now, before even starting the video, I would like to disclose that I am not a financial professional, neither I am a financial analyst. So anything that I share in this video is strictly subjective. So I encourage you to do your own research before doing any kind of investment. Also, in this video, I would be sharing what are the platforms that you can use as a beginner to invest and what are the financial key metrics you need to consider before investing in a company. I would be also sharing you what are the different kinds of investment that you can do. And at the end of this video, I would be sharing you my return on investment that I have been getting so far. I have been investing for past 3 years now, so make sure to watch the video until the end. There are lots of things to cover in this video, so without wasting any further time, let's get started. So when it comes to investing platforms, there are two main platforms in Canada. The first one is Wealthsimple and the other one is Questrade. As a beginner, I would recommend that you use Wealthsimple because it doesn't have any transaction fees. Meaning, if you place an order for $100, $200, regardless of the amount that you place, you won't be charged any transaction fees. But I find that there's a major drawback with Wealthsimple. If you are trading internationally, if you are trading mainly in USA, then there's a conversion fee that you get charged in Wealthsimple. So at the end of the day, if you do the calculations, if you are trading more in the US, then it's better to have Questrade platform rather than Wealthsimple. But if you are investing in Canadian stocks in Canadian Stock Exchange, then it's highly recommended that you use Wealthsimple. Now, on the other side, Questrade is also a very good platform for someone who is dealing more with US stock exchange. There is no conversion fee. Your currency remains in US dollars. There is a transaction fee though. So let's say if you are placing an order of $100, you have to pay $5 transaction fee. If you are placing an order for $10,000, you will still have to pay $5. So the $5 is minimum. But the good thing about Questrade is it will keep your currency in US dollars. So if you are trading in US dollars, it will keep the currency in US dollars. So whenever you are selling that stock or whenever you are selling that investment, you will get your amount in USD and not Canadian. So it's something recommended for someone who wants to trade in New York Stock Exchange or USA in general. So for the type of investments, there are many types of investments that you can choose, but some of the major or some of the common investments are ETF, which stands for exchange traded funds. There could be individual stocks, there could be dividend stocks. You can invest in mutual funds. So when it comes to investing, I always prefer to diversify my portfolio. I do not keep all my eggs in one basket. So I make sure that if I'm spending or if I'm investing in something, I invest a little bit in each and every basket. Um, just to give you a brief overview of what each and every type of investment is, for exchange traded funds, which is ETF, it's a collection of small stocks or it's a collection of the companies put it into one basket. So if you are investing in one ETF, let's say if you are investing in S&P 500 ETF, that ETF will be having all the major companies that are listed in S&P 500. So you technically own a very little portion of every company that is listed in that particular S&P 500 ETF. When it comes to mutual funds, it has a similar principle, but in mutual funds, the funds are actively managed by a fund manager, and often mutual fund tends to have higher fees over ETF. You will have to pay a little bit high fee for mutual funds because it's actively traded by someone. Individual stocks, it's pretty much straightforward. You choose a company of your choice, you evaluate a company, and if you feel that this company is worth investing, you just put your investment into that particular company. So again, when you are investing, please make sure that you choose at least one or two different kinds of investments and you diversify your portfolio. So while evaluating a company, there are many financial key metrics that you need to consider before investing in a company. But for the purpose of this video, I will strictly outline the most important ones. If we start with EPS, it stands for earnings per share. This indicates the profitability of the company. So let's say a company XYZ is trading at $100 and its EPS ratio is 10. So it means that the company is generating $10 of profit for every outstanding share. So technically it's profitable, it's generating profit. So you can make out the profitability of a company by looking at its EPS ratio. Now, the other key metric would be PE ratio, which stands for price by earnings ratio. This metric would help you determine whether the company is being overvalued or undervalued. So, for example, company XYZ is trading at $100, and let's say that the PE ratio is 20. It means that the company is being traded 20 times more than its book value. So, investors are willing to pay 20 times more than what it's being valued at. um, Higher PE ratio doesn't always mean that the company is doing very well. Yes, it means that the company is trending. A lot of investors are willing to pay more for that company. But before investing, what I make sure is, let's say if I have to invest in Apple, which is a tech company, so I would gather all the big competitors that are in the tech industry, and then I would compare that PE ratio with every other competitors. So let's say that Apple is has a PE ratio of 20, Samsung has PE ratio of 15, any other company has PE ratio of 18. So I just get an overview of what other companies' PE ratio is, so that I know that how the company Apple is being valued. Is it overvalued or is it undervalued? The next important metric would be dividend yield. First of all, what does dividend mean? Dividend is something that a company gives back to its shareholders every year, either monthly or on quarterly basis. So let's say that company XYZ is trading at $100 and it has a dividend yield of 10%. So what this means is every year, company XYZ will give $10 because it's trading at $100. So 10% of 100, which is $10, it will give $10 every year to its investors. So if you are someone who wants passive income, who's really interested in making the money work, dividend companies would be your first choice. Now, there are many other things that you need to consider before investing in a company. You need to see their asset ratio, debt ratio, you need to check their balance sheet. But I don't really want to make this video long, so I can make a separate video. Please let me know in the comment section if you want a separate video on this. But just to give you a brief idea, before investing in a company, what I do is I also look over the news, its history, the company's history, who is the CEO, who is the face of the company, because having a good leader makes a huge impact on the future of the business. So I take into consideration each and everything before investing. So I also recommend that you take into consideration every piece of information you can get about a company before investing, whether it's $50, $100, $10,000. An investment is an investment. So make sure that you do good investment and you do all your research before investing in any company. So for the return on investment that I have been getting so far, I started my investment journey right about 3 to 4 years ago. I started it right before the pandemic. I started in February 2020. So in the beginning, it was very tough. My stocks weren't performing very well, but I didn't give up on my investments. I continuously did my research. I was evaluating companies which had, a huge potential in the future. And as of now, my portfolio is reflecting about 30 to 35% of return on investment, which is not bad for someone who is passively managing the stocks. So that's it for today, guys. I hope that my video was useful to you. It gave you some basic knowledge on how you can start investing. If you have any questions, please do let me know in the comment section. If you want a separate video on the financial key metrics and evaluation of the company, please do let me know and I will be happy to make a separate video. Also, please do subscribe my channel, like my video. It really helps in growing my channel. Happy investing, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.